How's it going, guys? So last week we had the Google I/O event, which is a 2-day event, and it's the kind of event that not a lot of regular folks watch, mainly because it's mostly intended for software developers. But this year we had quite a few mainstream product announcements that you may have missed. So the first product that was announced was Google Pixel 6a, which is priced at $499. It has a 60 Hz refresh rate, pretty standard. Then a Corning Gorilla Glass 3, but not Gorilla Glass Victus, like Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage. And in terms of the camera specs, there are only two main cameras, a 12.2 megapixel wide camera and a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. Also, this phone has only two microphones instead of three, and it comes with IP67 water and dust resistance instead of IP68. And also you won't get a fast wireless charging and reverse charging. You know, I've never had a Pixel phone before. I've never been a fan because again, I've never had one before. But lately I've been thinking of getting one. But you know what? Since I'm already rocking a Galaxy S22 Ultra, it wouldn't make sense to go ahead and buy a Pixel 6 Pro, for example. Instead, I can wait for the next Pixel phone and think about getting one then, I guess. I just need to wait for some leaked pictures of the upcoming Pixel 7 phone, right? Well, it turns out Google just didn't want anyone to leak these pictures, so instead they just showcased the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro during the event. The design seems very similar to the current Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, except for the camera module, which will be made of recycled aluminum, and the camera cutouts also look a little bit different. This is a good thing and makes the phone more premium and durable, which is very important for the camera module. As far as the specs for the Pixel 7, it will probably not have the telephoto lens, and they both come with the next-gen Google Tensor chip. And I doubt that we'll see too much or any differences in the camera specs and performance, at least hardware-wise. I assume there will be more improvements in the AI achieved by the new Tensor processor, and obviously they will be shipped with the Android 13. Google also announced their first ever earbuds Pro with noise cancellation. They're called Pixel Buds Pro, and they provide up to 11 hours of listening time and up to 31 hours with the charging case. Bear that in mind that these numbers are with the active noise cancellation disabled. So I did some digging and found out that with the ANC on, you'd get up to 7 hours and up to 20 hours with the charging case. They also have a transparency mode, wireless charging, and Google Assistant, obviously. Now, they also have this interesting feature called a silent seal, which works as part of the noise cancellation. And what it does is that it artificially blocks the sounds that come, around the ear tips, not through the earbuds. And since people have different ear shapes and sizes, this sounds like an interesting feature. Fortunately, the earbuds work with both iOS and Android. In terms of the sound quality, it's hard to say at this point or speculate at all, but judging by the fact that they have an 11mm driver, I'm guessing they're gonna be quite bassy, but I couldn't find any information about the frequency response of these headphones anyways, or earbuds. Now, these earbuds have multi-point connectivity, and by that I mean they connect to two devices simultaneously, but unfortunately they use Bluetooth 5, not 5.2, which is the latest version, and I don't really understand why they chose the technology from 2018 instead of using Bluetooth 5.2, which provides longer range, better connectivity, better battery life, and enhanced security. And it's not like the Bluetooth 5.2 just came out, it's actually also from 2020. Regardless, one exciting feature of these earbuds is the spatial audio feature, which will be available by the end of this year. It's just that I'm not a big fan of any of these four colors that they come in. I guess if I had to choose, I'd go with the darkest one. Also, you can pre-order these on July 21st. All right, Google's next product announcement was what many of us have been waiting for a few years already, and that's the Pixel Watch. Honestly, when I look at the design, I don't think it could get any rounder than that. And I would have preferred to see at least a flat display, but that one is also highly curved, and on top of that, there's a seemingly huge bezel, which I do not like. Someone on Twitter said that the design is too feminine. I think they're referring to the curved display probably. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 6 for design. How about you guys? What do you think of the design of this watch? Curious to know. Let me know in the comments. In terms of what goes inside the watch, well, it's gonna run on what looks like a custom and refined Wear OS. But during the demo, I saw some similarities between the UI of this watch and the Fitbit OS. I'm not surprised there, because Google actually owns Fitbit. So, and take this. If I understood correctly, you're gonna need the Fitbit app on your phone to use the Pixel Watch. No big deal, right? Except what if you had to pay for the Fitbit Premium feature to fully take advantage of this watch? Just something to keep in mind. Another thing is that apparently Google is using a 4-year-old Exynos chip from Samsung that was used in the original Galaxy Watch. If this turns out to be true, while it wouldn't necessarily mean the watch is bad, it could mean we shouldn't expect the highest performance and longest battery life from this watch. Anyways, the Pixel Watch will be available this fall. But guys, this is not it yet. Google also announced the first ever Pixel tablet, and it'll come out sometime in 2023. Now that's a very unusual thing to announce a product that's coming next year, but anyways, it's supposed to be the most helpful tablet. Although again, today I'm just nitpicking on the design, so this tablet seems unusually thick and bezels are also quite thick, so I have a feeling that this may not actually be a very high-end tablet. And during the demo, they called it the most helpful tablet in the world. So they didn't say the fastest or the most premium or the most powerful. So it would be kind of interesting to see how it turns out. All right, now perhaps the most exciting product, which wasn't really a product announcement, but more of a teaser of their prototype, was the smart glasses. Unfortunately, the extent of the features of these glasses are not known yet, but what we do know is that they're going to be capable of doing live translations. So you can speak and the other person wearing them can see the actual transcript of what you're saying in front of them, in front of their eyes. That's just incredible, and honestly, I cannot wait to try these out one day. Just think about the things you could do with them. You know, you could travel anywhere in the world and understand what the locals say, or watch a movie in another language or other things. And to me, they don't even look like smart glasses. They look just like any other pair of glasses. Obviously, this is a prototype, but the acquisition of a company which made smart glasses a while ago by Google supports the idea that yes, we will indeed see some kind of smart glasses by Google sooner than later. Yeah, so these were really interesting product announcements. I'm definitely interested in the earbuds, and also really excited to try out the smart glasses if they ever see the light of day. So we'll see. All right, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.